If your business is B2B and you work with the retailers or you want to get to the retailers, to the department stores, to the discount stores, then this video is definitely for you. My name is Oksana. I'm an owner of my own company and I work with mostly all discount stores in the United States. Today I would love to invite you to Burlington stores. Burlington is my first client. Actually, it was my first account that I managed more than 10 years ago. And our first product that we sold to Burlington was hair oil. And today, being an owner of my own company and my own brand, we still continue doing this business. Of course, we increase the categories and items. And today, I would love to invite you to visit the stores, but we're going to review the categories, the items, especially the hair care category. We're going to start with that. I will try to give you some tips, my professional advice, maybe, based on my expertise over 10 years in B2B business and over 20 years in beauty. It will help you to understand better what is the retail, how different it is from online business, because it's completely two different platforms. Also to understand the packaging, the ingredients, the products, the inventory itself. So let's go to work. Of course, we start our journey with hair care products, hair care category. And before we jump into this category, I want to give you a little bit clarification. So hair care and hair implements and hair tools and hair brushes, it's completely different categories, completely different, could be possible, different buyers. Based on those walls and assortment, I can assure you that these are different buyers. So let's start reviewing the assortment for the hair care, because that will be our first part that we're gonna work with. So just the total overview. Burlington, as many other discount stores, they buy mass products and national products. National products, I mean all the national brands that we know, known brands, Head and Shoulders, for example, Pantene, Provy, and many others. So basically, these are, I would say, these items, it's out of competition because these are national brands. They go on different scale, I would say. They have maybe different prices than mass brands, um, maybe even different sizes, but still, it's a great deal. If you buy at the discount stores, as you can see, this size goes for $7.99, which could be $12 in the other retailers. But let's focus today on the mass products. What's the first thing that jumped to your eyes? What do you think? What do you think? So first of all, as you can see, if you no worries, it's the big size, right? Do you see how all the shampoo and conditioner? Yeah, thank you. Do you see how all shampoo, conditioner, and all the um, essential products, they all have jumbo size, which is 1 liter. 1 liter, it's minimum. You see? Let me show you. 1 liter, 1 liter, 1 liter, 1 liter, 1 liter, 1 liter. We're gonna stop here. Now, why they like to buy 1 liter shampoo conditioner? Because it has more value. It's discount stores. They more oriented for families. This is their client. So already understand that who is the client? It's families. Families that want probably to have a great deal. This is why it's Burlington deals, and they want to get quality at the budget cost, right? We're not gonna say cheap, we say budget, because even good product in any other outlets you can get at lower cost. It's a deal, right? So this is about the sizes. Now let's look at the ingredients. Let me do some, like a little bit small round, and tell me what is the most, you can comment under the video, tell me which ingredient you see the most. Which ingredient? Ingredients, right? Let me use that. Okay. So, as I can see, and let me know if you said the same, I see a lot castor oil, batana oil, rosemary mint, two different ingredients, believe me or not, I mean combination. And I would even add biotin. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I've been working with discount store over 10 years. And mostly of those ingredients like castor oil and biotin, for example, these are the ingredients that been on the shelf more than 10 years, ladies and gentlemen. More than 10 years. What it tells us that, first of all, it's very beneficial. The product, sorry, I'm thirsty. I'm gonna talk a lot. So, first of all, it gives us confidence, like certain security that the product is not seasonal. Imagine you're making private label, you're making your own line, the products, the collection is landing after 3-4 months, and this ingredient is no longer in demand. So you're stuck with the inventory. What are you gonna do? You're gonna sell it as closeout, that even on a closeout maybe they're not gonna buy, or you will end it to liquidate the inventory. So we don't want it, right? We want to produce good quality product, check the samples, produce packaging, bring ready to shelf product. So that's why it's very important to understand, to pay attention on the ingredients. Castor, biotin, rosemary, batana, it's the latest ingredient, I would say. I would say in that scale, but these are products that been on the shelf many years. So if I want to bring a hair care collection, first of all, as far as I know, as of today, batana is number one ingredient, but I definitely will add biotin to my collection, rosemary, because rosemary still has a nice scent, and I would do castor. But castor I would probably mix with some other ingredient, just to have. Let's talk about the prices. Now, of course, I know how to calculate margin. I know how approximately I can guess. I know the formula. Maybe many of you also know the formula. What's the buying cost? What's the price they buy for? We will keep it professional. we're only going to discuss market cost. Why? Because for you, you need to understand once you produce the product, especially collection, with the biggest investment, you must know how much it, first of all, the finished cost, meaning how much it will be sold at the store. And then you deduct the margin, and then you deduct your own margin, and then you have pure production landed cost. Landed cost, it's when the product is arriving to your warehouse, right? Because shipping and logistics also cost money, can eat margin. So more than less, um, all those products, and no worries, thank you. All those products, they have mass products. They have the same market cost, retail. Usually, as far as I know, as far as because I go to the stores once a week, twice a week, it's my job. So I'm learning, I'm educating myself up to date how much cost every product. Usually, it's the same cost for everyone. So let's take a look. Usually, I know shampoo conditioner, the retail cost is $6.99, and they should be all the same. Okay, otherwise there is really something like brand or something exclusive that it's recognizable for the customer. But if the brand is not famous, usually they have to go on the same scale. So let's check. Pay attention, it's made in USA, right? 1 liter, uh, plastic packaging, labeled, I can see, $6.99. Let's check that one. It's another brand, Hollywood Style, made in USA, plastic labeled, $6.99. Let's check that one, plastic labeled, 1 liter, $7.99. So here I would like to know why. And then we begin to educate. It's made in Italy. Okay. So $6.99, $7.99. If your product is made in Europe, you might can have a better deal. What else? One second. Let's move to the second part, which are basically my niche. Well, liters is also my niche. But today I'm working mostly on hair oils. I have big collection of um, with the manufacturer that we work with, we partner with. We have in stock over, I'm not joking, maybe close to 40 SKUs, just the hair oils. Okay, not everything, of course. Imagine uh, maybe 5 of them being worn to be on the shelf from 40. So let's review the oils. So where we got here. I'm gonna ask you again, a mini test. What do you see the most? Uh, what jump to your eyes? Can I say jump? I'm sorry. I speak 3 languages, so I need to translate from one to another one. But take a look. What do you see? What impression you have? These are all hair oils. Well, these are more mist. Let's stick here, right? Let's stick here. Mhm. I left the camera working, video open, video running. Why? Because I wanted you to see how the customer actually pick up the products. Why, right? So do you remember, like, if you paid attention, she picked up the bottle, open bottle. Then she picked up certain ingredients, rosemary and castor oil. Of course, she she didn't put anything into her cart basket, but it's just an idea, and this is what I also love to do. I like to come and sometimes just be like a secret shopper, and I'm just standing and I'm observing, not like in in the freak way. I like to observe, like I said, I've been in beauty more than 20 years. I've been behind the counter a lot of years, 15 years just actually. Let's not calculate my age. So I still have some skills left in my muscles. So I'm observing the customer. I'm observing what they're looking for, what they're interested. But let's get back to our subject. So I ask you what mostly gets your eye is single bottles. Single bottles. Where is my coffee? I put it here. I moved a little bit because I didn't want to interrupt. So single bottles. Pay attention how many they have. Wait, one. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. I have allergy. Florida is very windy today. And well, my apologies. Um, Florida is very windy these days, and I got very allergic. Uh, okay, so we see a lot of bottles, a single bottle, and it's in my question: why I do not see any product in box, right? Boxed. I don't see it. When I spoke with one of the buyers, she said that actually they began to buy more bottles because they want the customer actually look at the product, see the texture. For me personally, I like I like it boxed. And we did some tests for Burlington. We began to sell collection to the men's department. We're gonna go there in next video, and I will show you our products. And when I got feedback, they were actually very surprised because it's been a while how I got feedback from them. So it's been a while since they they sold product boxed product, right? Because before we were selling at the box, and every year it was different design. Maybe that's one of the reasons. So today they buy single products. That's the display. And also, I know other department stores, they also have the same style of the hair oil collection. Okay, I'm just worried about my allergy. I am so apologize. Okay, now let's get to next question. What ingredients we see the most? And of course, we see batano oil, again, castor. I can see caffeine, which is an interesting combination. Again, we see rosemary, rosemary castor. So you see, I would mix castor with something, to be honest with you. Uh, why not? I like when I like when the product has more benefits, more value, more benefit, which means it has to be bigger, bigger size, more benefits, better quality, beautiful standout packaging, and hopefully competitive selling cost. Selling cost because the market cost will be the same for everyone. The retail cost of in Burlington for 4 ounce, which is 120 ml, all oils for mass oils, it should be $5.99. Some stores they present it for at $6.99. But basically it has to be $5.99. So let's check. $5.99, $5.99, markdown, $5.99, $5.99. Why? Because as I mentioned previously, has market cost should be the same. You can have different variety, different packaging, different brands, different ingredients, combination of the ingredients, but size and cost should be equal for most of these products. So this is your basically your homework. You have to go to the stores and you have to educate yourself products that you're focusing on selling, size, and the price that they selling for. Uh, what else we have left? I can see we have super crazy jars, 1 kilogram, right? It's 1,000 gram. And these are these hair masks? Okay, that's something new. Oh my God, guys, look at hair mayonnaise. Actually, it's true. Um, I grew up outside of United States and back in 80s because we didn't have so many beauty products. We actually were applying mayonnaise on the roots and onion to strong the hair. So that's very interesting. I'm not sure if me personally would buy that, but you know, it's very interesting. And the price is $12.99. Okay, let's back to this product, which I'm very interested. So first of all, as you can see, it's and this is something that I also forgot to ask you. When you observing the category, the collection, except the packaging, ingredients, and the cost, what else do you see? And this is also very important. I'm giving you a little bit time to think. Let me help you. What else do you see? It's the collection. Collection, guys. You always can sell one winning product. It's okay. But are you going to have more sales? Are you going to have more orders? Are you going to have more reorders? Maybe not, maybe yes. But when you offer a collection, a variety of the products, colors, ingredients, options, you have more chances to maintain the business. All right? So what I'm trying to say, it's not easy to get to pedestal, right? To reach the mountain. But are you gonna stay there? Are you gonna keep your winning? Are you gonna stay a champion? So I call it flash sales. When you offer something, you got the sale, and you're like, okay, I did it. This is just 10% of your business. The main winning is when you build relationship with the stores, with the buyers, with the company that they can trust you. They trust your expertise, that they can write the PO not just for 1 month. Can you ship it tomorrow? They can write POs for 3 months ahead. They're not afraid to test, right? First of all, they need to test all this product. They're not afraid to test. They are willing to test 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 6, 7 skills. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, a lot of responsibility, by the way, for the buyer, because some of them will be a top seller, some of them will be less sold, will not gonna have performance, but it still give them uh, security, uh, confidence, continue working with you. Of course, if you sell the product that none of them didn't do any good work and accept that they have to mark down, right? This is marked down. Then yes, your relationship will be at a very big risk. But if you offer 6 SKUs and 3 of them actually performed well, you already won. But again, you need to make sure that you maintain this relationship, that if the test went well and they want to place a bigger order, your next step is to make sure that you have enough inventory to supply them, and maybe instead of other 3 SKUs that didn't perform well, you can offer them one more SKU to test. And this is how you basically build a pyramid. Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, let's finish here. We are going to continue tomorrow on other categories. We have many, 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 many items to review, to test, to discuss. Look at this beauty. Look at this oral care. That's the first time that I see that oral care, it became to be so big. Unbelievable, incredible. So, my friends, thank you so much for watching. Please, 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 please like the video, subscribe to my channel. You have so many things to learn from me. My apologies for humbleness, but I will do it from all of my heart, because I always say pie is enough for everyone. And if we can make products more beautiful, more quality, uh, we all will be just successful, and we're a big family, right? We're all business owners, we're all big family, and we always have to support each other. So thank you so much for watching. I see you next video.